Good afternoon. Today I'm going to be doing my final country PowerPoint for Great Britain. And this is for my BUAD 2200 course, and this is the country I was assigned. So through online research, and I gathered a bunch of it, a lot of people say the views from Great Britain are great, and this is from travelers and residents from that country. So next we're going to be going to the households of Great Britain. Britain's households generally have two parents, but it is normal if they only have one parent. It really doesn't matter. And generally both spouses have jobs. It's typical for two to date for probably 2 to 3 years before they get married, and it's normal to live together before you get married. But in earlier years, two parents were expected in the household, and this was early in the 1920s, 30s, 40s. So next, we're going to go to the woman's role in the workplace. Women in the early 1900s were really expected to take care of the household, cook, clean, take care of the kids at home. But now, after the Second World War, women in the workplace really took off and it exploded, and it was more than normalcy. Now women account for 44% of jobs in Great Britain, which that's a large amount of jobs for women. I think the US is around 30-something%. And it is arguable that women hold a greater proportion of Britain's professional jobs than the representation in the workforce would lead one to expect. So they hold a large amount of jobs in Great Britain. And next we're going to go over some social classes, which I think this is more worldwide than just Great Britain, but we'll go over it. So you have the upper class, and it is people with inherited wealth. It includes some of the oldest families, with many of them being titled aristocrats. So the next is your middle class, and this is going to make up a large portion of Great Britain's citizens, and it's the vast majority of the population of Britain. They include industrialists, professional business people, and shop owners. And then you're going to have your lowest class, which is your lower or working class. And they are people who are agriculture, mine, factory workers, just people like that. But that's more worldwide, not just Great Britain. In the US, it's the same thing, those three classes. And next, we're going to go over some racial and religious factors. Really, these factors don't play part in shaping Great Britain's social status like a lot of other countries. I know in America and Australia, there's more racism and social injustice, but that's not the case in Great Britain. They don't have a rich history of any of those things, so that's a great place to live if that's one thing you're looking for in a country. And percentages show that most minorities have the same annual income as any other race, so they're getting hired, they're getting fair treatment, getting the same income as any other race. So that's pretty good. So on to our last thing for today, and that's minority groups. And there's really no minority groups in Great Britain. There's a great diversity of different cultures from Black to Indian, but I think 80% account for whites, and then there's really no other large percentage of other races, so it's pretty diverse in that aspect. And the social standing doesn't differ from anyone else in Great Britain, so it doesn't matter if you're white, Black, or Latina, you're going to be treated fairly in Great Britain. It's just a proven fact. So Britain has very few middle class or lower class individuals in accordance with upper class or middle class individuals that are white, Black, Hispanic, Latino, anything like that. So you're really getting equal treatment across the board in Great Britain. And that's some key factors that I looked into Great Britain, and that is going to conclude my presentation for today.